Hey, Michael here with Success for Others, and today we're going to talk about your pipeline. Today we're going to talk about, keeping that pipeline full. And so many people, in the world of sales, right? The biggest thing is not having leads. Geez, most of us can, and sales is just a numbers game, let's face it. If you run 10 calls, you're going to sell X amount of those customers. It's just the way that it is. You'll close X amount of deals at X amount of average ticket. So you're going to have a certain closing ratio, you're going to have a certain average ticket, and at that point you can pretty much dictate what your W-2 is going to be at the end of the year just by knowing the number of sales leads that you're going to run. But see, that's such a that's such a gray area. We can't ever answer that initial question. We don't know how many sales calls we're going to run because our business is so seasonal. Our business, the phone may ring, one marketing piece may blow the phone up, another marketing piece does nothing. Nothing at all. Phone's just dead silent. Or the weather, right? Let's face it, some summers are super hot, other summers are super mild. Well, if it's not hot outside, people aren't really calling you up to give them a free estimate on a brand new air conditioner. Just the way that it is. So what can you do personally, not through the company, but you personally, what can you do to bulletproof your book of business, to really solidify your book of business, and to create your own pipeline, your own stream of leads? And we've all heard the different things out there and door hangers and all that crap, but here's what I'm going to tell you. Start a journal. Start a little spiral notebook, okay? Put it in your vehicle, put it in your briefcase, and all you're going to do is after every single sale, every time that you get somebody involved in your product and they say yes to you, and you go ahead and install or provide them with any service or product whatsoever, their name is just going to go in that journal. The date, the name, what they bought, what you proposed versus what they bought. Maybe you proposed 5 or 6 things that they said, no, not right now. We're just going to do this. That's fine. Write that in there. And then here's what I want you to do. I want you to have some personal information in there. What's the kid's names? What's the husband's name? What's the wife's name? What's the dog's name? What's the cat's name? Personal information. What did you guys talk about when you were there, when you were building rapport? What were some of their hot buttons? What were they really passionate about? They'd love to entertain. They'd love to do this. Did Sally have allergies and they decided not to do the air cleaner or any of the humidification products? That's fine. Write that down. Because here's what's going to happen later on in the year, and I'm talking 6 months later, 8 months later, 12 months later, when your phone isn't ringing and when you're sitting in the office twiddling your thumbs and you've got nowhere to be, rather than going home and sitting on your thumbs or making cold calls to people who don't know you, don't like you, and don't trust you, why can't you just open up that binder and start going through people from day one and reaching out to them? Now here's what you do when you reach out. I'll give this to you as well. Don't just reach out and say, hey, I'd like to sell you something, right? Reach out and talk to them. Talk to them like you're your friend. Talk to them and see how things are going. How's everything been, Mary? Great, wonderful. Hey, we installed that system for you 8 months ago. What do you think? How's it been going? I see here in your service history that, you've had no issues. We just finished up the maintenance a couple weeks ago, and I talked to the technician, and he said everything was just great. But what do you think? What are your thoughts? And just shut up and listen to what they have to say. Then roll it right into the conversation. Say, Mary, when I was out there, I'm so glad that you're enjoying that system. But when I was out there, Sally, your daughter, she has some pretty bad allergies from what you were telling me. And I just read in the paper yesterday or in this morning that says pollen counts this year are going to be through the roof, making allergy sufferers really have a hard time. And so I know that when we installed the system, that air cleaner was something that you weren't really interested in, or at the time due to your budget and everything else. But is that something that you'd want to explore now? Is that something you want to re-explore? I could pop by, either next Tuesday or next Thursday and just stop in and take some measurements and re-educate you on the different options available to you. And then we can see if any of them even make sense. But, I read that article and I just wanted to reach out and let you know I was thinking of you. Now that's pretty cool. Right? For each person it's going to be a little different, and understand I'm just kind of winging it as I'm up here, but at the end of the day you understand the value of this. This isn't something your company's going to do. This isn't something your sales manager's going to do. This is something you have to do. This is discipline. This is a huge, huge thing that will have a direct impact on your W-2. You're creating long-lasting relationships, and we all know that the people that have bought from you in the past, they like you, they trust you, they have no problem doing business with you, so why wouldn't they do it again? You're right, they would. So that's what you need to do. You need to start a journal right now today. and put in that journal all the information that you need to do a follow-up, down the road. A change of a season is always a great time to follow up. Between the summer and the fall, right? Between the spring and the summer, pollen counts are up, dust levels are higher, temperatures are going to be record low or record high. Those are all great times to do that follow-up, and just keep your eyes open to the internet, to the newspaper, to conversations, anything that you're hearing. Keep your antennas up and go, who can I market that message to? Who would that message have an impact on? And that's all you need to do, and then deliver that message. So I urge you today to buy a spiral notebook or a ledger, start your own personal journal, and then use that to keep your pipeline full, keep your funnel full. Because again, sales is just a numbers game. If your pipeline is always full, you're never going to be without sales. You're never going to have to worry about that next paycheck. It's when our pipelines dry up, it's when the phone stops ringing, that we have to worry about, where's that next paycheck coming from? What do I got to do? And that's no place to be. That's just not a good place. So again, Michael with Success for Others. Hey, if you haven't signed up for Success for You News yet, I really encourage you to do so. You can do it right at our website. It's www.success4others.com. Click on subscribe to Success for You News. Fill in the basic information, and listen, for the first 500 people that sign up, it's absolutely free. For the next 500 or the next 1,000 or anybody over that 500, it's going to be $4.95 a month. So I encourage you to sign up today. Don't wait. It takes you 2 minutes. Just go to the website, www.success4others.com. Put in your information, sign up, have your employees sign up, have your coworkers sign up, and that way everybody's getting powerful, great information delivered right to their inbox every single week. 2 promises for you with Success for You News. Number 1, we're not going to sell your information. You're not going to get spammed by all these third-party marketers. Not interested in that at all. I hate it. You hate it. It's not going to happen. Number 2 rule, we're not going to sell you stuff every single week. We're not going to shove our products and services down your throat. We just want to deliver powerful, great content just like this to your inbox every week so that you can achieve more in life. And that's pretty cool, isn't it? I agree. So listen, Michael with Success for Others, go to www.success4others.com, and we will talk soon. Thank you very much.